left your keys in the ashtray, left a note by the screen, said you found a better highway. I found the door shutting me. My coffee turned cold by the window. Rain tapped hard on the pane. I checked your side of the mattress. It felt like somebody's name. Why should I care? Why should I care?
Why should I care?
You took your sweet time, then you walked out there.
Why should I care?
Why should I care?
Why should I care?
When my heart got wise and your love went bare. The porch light buzzed like a haunted. Papers blew by the fence. Old boots by the back step look like a bad defense. I heard your laugh in the hallway, then it died in the hall. Now the house keeps your shadow, but it won't make a call. Why should I care? Why should I care?
Why should I care?
You took your sweet time, then you walked out there.
Why should I care?
Why should I care?
Why should I care?
When my heart got wise and your love went bare. I ain't mad at the moon now, ain't blaming the rain. I'm just done wearing your trouble like a rusted chain. If you come back asking for the same old chair, you'll find one less me there, and nobody to care. Why should I care? Why should I care?
Why should I care?
You took your sweet time, then you walked out there. Why should I care? Why should I care?
Why should I care?
When my heart got wide and your love went bare.
Well. That song was dedicated to old man Jericho. I guess his wife stopped breathing and tipped over, I guess. Karl called me and I said, didn't know, and I don't care. Same thing, my sister died 888. My mother called me when I was on the toilet and I said, sorry to hear the loss of your daughter. She held that grudge until the day she died, 1/11/12. That I didn't go to her funeral. I know two people I work with at my real job have lost their wives. I knew their wives, and a guy I work with. Two people I know their wives are in the stage of cancer. That's who I care about. When you label someone a pedophile, not once but twice, and have it on thumbnail. He's been dead to me just like day 25. Maybe heart was a little bad, but I don't care. That was for him and his lovely wife. It is a beautiful day to be alive. Here in the great state of Minnesota. A little cloudy today. I will rise tomorrow morning at 2 o'clock in the morning. We were going to go to the Minnesota State Fair pre-eating thing on Saturday. God, I've lost 15 pounds on that Grovey pill. I don't even want to eat very much. I had one hot dog, some ice cream today at Costco. But yes. Oh, life is good. I can feel pain. I can see. I can walk. I can talk. We'll talk about walk and talk and morning and her pivot, which you know is not going to work. I'll talk about that on a Porta Potty podcast tomorrow. I'm going to save the good cigars for on the deck. He will get his stuff tomorrow. I traced it. It will be there tomorrow. My retaliatory to him. Hope he enjoys it. I enjoy my freedom. The day is Memorial Day weekend, ladies and gentlemen. It is for our military. Also, people who have passed before you. It could be a critter. It could be your sister. It could be your brother or father, whatever. Or anybody next to you. Remember people that passed, but also military in the armed forces. Think of people. I think of my father and mother every single day. But these men and women who gave us their freedom, I know Karl doesn't want to hear about it, but I'll call out to the men and women of the armed forces. I will ask when you shower in the shower at Penn State, don't care. Without them storming those beaches. 1 and 2, we got dragged in by Japan. They capitulated September 2nd, 1945. He invaded 1931 into Poland, kicked it off, and we got dragged in. On the mighty Mole, they apologized. Yes, they did. We stormed those beaches, snapped next to those cross and free those Jews. Oh, yes, we did. We knew not once but twice. So we can speak English. Forgotten war. Many, 58,000 plus a lot of collateral damage died in Vietnam, where the convicted felon, adjudicated rapist. I know my girlfriend gets all pissed. I put the hunch up on the thumbnail. If you don't like it, girl, then do it yourself. It's too damn bad. Bitch, believe me, bitch, please. Men and women in the armed forces, men and women blue. The godless working class at work on Memorial Day. Balls of the size of the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, and the Navy, and the Maritime Coast Guard in uniform. Thank you for this country. Without you, nothing at all. I appreciate all your services, cooking, shooting, whatever you're doing. Taping, doesn't matter. Thank you. Every day. I don't just talk about Memorial Day or 4th of July or Christmas or Christmas. They're away from their families 24/7. We have a convicted felon, adjudicated rapist, draft dodger up on the hill with flat feet, playing an awful lot of golf. Still at war at Iran, paying for nose and gas. But you make your choices in life. You choose to have a guy go in. Now they want to pay the people for rioting, slush fund. But people who like BlindViews and other people vote for this freak show can grab them by their nuts, I guess. Would you shower in the shower at Penn State? You better not shower in the shower at Penn State. Because P stood for Penn State. Appropriate Pedophilia Entertainment Incorporated, what that's called for. Catholic Church's blue laws, rat line, World War II, burn the church to the ground. Crowley, she should be executed or deported. The condom, make a good choice, put one on, prevent AIDS, herpes, gonorrhea in the penis. Ouch. If you don't like two men having consensual sex, I get it. You can't watch two women. That's not a very Christian thing to be doing. Nope. Can't steal a man to a fence. Then go watch lesbian porn. You choke your chicken. Double standards, you're sputting all over the place. Smashing gas, dental dam. Adoption is the option. Sluts or selective whores the back seat, make love in the bed. Hell, means my pet pull-peering, spanking, hiney sex. I don't care. Women, you carry the groceries. Marry before you carry. The father runs off and there's nothing you can do. And men, you will pay on that child for 18 years and have nothing to do with the child. She'll run off. Then you'll be under a bridge. Because when I pass away, I want to be with a smirk on my face. Under a bridge. One sock. Or hanging from a tree with a smirk on my face, cigar. One sock on my head, on my foot. Hand on my back. With that cigar hanging on my mouth. Eyes wide open. Live a good life. But you are your choices in life. If you run with pedal collars on people like that, feel sorry for the people, that's your problem, not mine. That's all I'm saying. Bitch, please. Do us a favor this weekend. Be smart. Call some earth with her. Don't drink and drive. Don't be a convicted felon. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. You can't go there because you're a convicted felon. So call somebody on earth with the phone. Too much to drink. I get it. You want to drink? Fine. Just don't, be drinking and driving. All of a sudden, you're in an orange jumpsuit. I see every single morning. Also, Karl Bush passed away. Shout out to him and his family out there. I know he could be a pain in the ass, but he was the kind of guy you would want to work for, because I guaranteed he wouldn't let you out with any kind of guy you wouldn't want to piss off. But he was a hell of a driver. Shout out to his family out there. I guess I don't know. Maybe he was taking some medicine for something and had a bad reaction. I have no idea, but it's too bad. You see it very, very young, something 40 something. I was a little older than that, but he was the kind of guy you would want to work for. You would, because he would. If you were building under that guy, he wouldn't give crap. But him and his brother could be a piece of work, but they both worked their asses off. Let my people go. Israel, Dominican Republic, South Africa, Brazil, Singapore, Japan, United Kingdom, Australia. You need your own president. France, Canada, United States. See, New Jersey. You still live. Cape May Courthouse twice. Thank you so much. That's hilarious. Miami, Sarasota. Thank you. Illinois is Orlando Park and City Park. Orlando Park 7 times. Chicago 2 times. New York, Merrick once. Minnesota, Minneapolis, Wisconsin, Waterford, Michigan, Detroit, D-Toilet, Nevada, Las Vegas once, California, Grass Valley, and Sacramento. My sister's living there for a while. And North Carolina, North Winklesboro. Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, city of barley shop. I Hamilton Savage. That's where Jamie C was from. Miss him. I missed the old days. Massachusetts, Springfield, and Brockton. Thank all the IPs, domestic and abroad. Thank you so much for coming to the show to save trolls. Without you, nothing at all. So, MzVicky, morning. Let's see if we get this out of the way real quick. She claims she's going to pivot and not do, which is a bunch of bull-faced lies. They'll see before anyone calls in. This is MzVicky Pivot Blues, okay? 418. So she claims she's going to pivot, which we know is a bull-faced lie. We know about Karl. I'll talk about that tomorrow in a Porta Potty Blues. Here we go.
He got a grin like steel, said pivot like it was the deal. Tim was rolling at a YouTube wheel, trying to make the whole room kneel. But the phone kept buzzing off the rail. One more take and the whole thing failed. No more smoke in the trailer air, just a hard little laugh in a vacant chair. He said, watch me now. She said, you already tried. That old shine keeps slipping off the side. MzVicky Pivot Blues. MzVicky Pivot Blues. No more Sarasota town. No one cares about anything else. MzVicky Pivot Blues. MzVicky Pivot Blues. No more Sarasota He wore that grin like borrowed luck. Talk big loud, but the wheels were stuck. Common stacked like a busted wall, and the same old story was the worst of all. She pointed once at the empty seats, at the cold coffee gone half sweet. Said you could chase that clip all day, but the room decides what the room will say. He said, just one more try. She said that line is dead. What looked so bright went quiet in his head. MzVicky pivot blues. MzVicky pivot blues. No more Sarasota till no one cares about anything else. MzVicky pivot blues. MzVicky pivot blues. No more Sarasota till no one cares about anything else. Now the boards are bare and the joke won't land. He keeps reaching for
Call from
applause
Loose cannon.
with an
Hang on 1 second.
Yep.
S.B.P just walked on by, didn't even slow her stride. Some things fade when they overplay. Some names don't make it through the day. MzVicky pivot blues. MzVicky pivot blues. No more Sarasota till no one cares about anything else. MzVicky pivot blues. MzVicky pivot blues. No more Sarasota till no one cares about anything else.
All right, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. I was playing some music back. It was a MzVicky pivot blues.
She did a video today.
She did one yesterday. I happened to see it. She claimed she wasn't going to talk about this, but she's going to pivot. Maybe she took because what I said, the time for a change in my channel, you know, about Dave 25. So maybe she listened to that. What I have no idea. What, you know, I have other things I can talk about. This is Dave 25. He's all pissed. He called me up raging. I got rid of all my videos on my other channel. I said, hey, listen, I had a guy who who triggered me on. I said, I got rid of all your crap. I said, I don't care about you anymore. I said, I don't care. I don't care.
Oh man, I ruined the friendship.
No, it's not. That's not. We're really friends. I realized what I was doing. I was just dumb, and he's just an idiot. I'm like, it just wasted good suffering. I want to keep that channel at adventure stuff. So no, it was a good thing. It's just sometimes people can push you over the edge. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big deal. I can't be like Carpetbagger, who he did a video. He went on a cruise. He goes with the housekeeper, right? He forgets his sea path, okay, which doesn't make any sense. But then you know what he forgets on the plane? His passport. How do you leave that on the plane? What's your passport doing out in the first place? So they had to go.
I haven't been watching. Where are they going?
Well, they're going on a cruise in Canada. So, but the bottom line is, it's in when I show my passport. We travel. That's the first thing I just show it. That's what I do. And the guy looks at it. It goes faster. It just goes into her pocket and right in her just like with my phone, and it goes right in a little thing. I give it to her. I show it, boom, done. It does it. I don't take it out, but he forgot. And they went back and got it. It's like the guy I'm like, you idiot, man. I'm like, what are you doing, man? But
they just got back from Europe.
Yeah, it's again money, man. They Past Production said, if they weren't getting the money from that place, he would be doing it. He gets a lot of money, like $30,000 a year.
Yeah.
I mean, I made $1,700 today in recycle today from a job site. I'm like, I'll take it. You know, boom. Yeah. That's my money. It goes in my pocket. You know, put some new tires on this at CRV. So your package is in your town. It'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you it's a 5-day process.
A what?
When you mail it.
I mailed it Monday, but it's
5 days usually.
So you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it said by 9:00 tomorrow, so you'll have it almost better.
It's probably hung up in Charleston.
It's where it is. He said Friday. That's what he told me when I mailed it.
Nah, you didn't need to do all that, Jeff.
Don't worry about it. You'll like it. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I like it.
You'll like it. You'll enjoy it. But anyways, so I guess Karl called me. I guess Old Man Nation's wife died, right?
I didn't hear that.
I didn't know about that. So I was getting ready, and I saw Parent Exposure did a shout out to him, and I didn't listen to this. I guess he did something.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sorry. I told Karl on the phone. I don't care. I don't care. Heartless Little Bastard. I wrote a song. I don't care. Open up with it. And I'm sorry. I hate to be a heartless little bastard. When you label someone a pedophile, I don't have time for the behavior. I don't have time for it. I don't have time for it. I'm sorry. Your wife passed away. I know two people I work with at work at my real job. Their wives have passed on, and I knew both of them. That's who I'm sorry, man. But when you're gonna be this old cranky man, old Geritol, and be a dink, I'm not gonna care. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. I'm just, I get it sucks, but.
I haven't seen anything about it. I know we haven't done any videos in a couple weeks.
Yeah, so whatever. It's unfortunate. I don't care. I'm sorry. I'm a heartless little bastard. I don't care. When you're going to say that kind of behavior about me, I'm not going to even bother. So it is what it is, the way she goes. But anyways, yeah, I saw that. Did you see the walk and talks of your uncle, BlindViews?
Yeah. We were. He was worked up on that first one.
Yeah, he was worked up on the first one. It was pretty funny, but the second one, he's trying to be Mr. Nice Guy about.
That first one. Yeah, it was. Well, I guess it was the first one or the second one. At the end of it, where he sat down on the bench, he wasn't looking good. He was gasping for air.
Yeah, he says I listened. I didn't watch it. The first one, he's in there again. He's supposed to be blind, but he's walking the streets. He's walking around. But the first, he's all worked up. And then he was talking. The live stream. I listened to a little bit of the live stream. It was reading this chat room, bitching. I think one of the two bitching about Tater drinking beer again. About he's worried about his beer he's drinking. It's like, why are you worried about his beer? Again, this idea that you can't drink your basic beer. Speaking of that,
I got on it last night just to see if Squirrel would jump on it. She did. We went back and forth for a couple times, playing around, but he's cussing way too much.
Yeah.
He's just throwing the F-bomb out there left and right on everything anymore. I just don't really want to hear that all the time.
It gets old. That's what I'm saying. You don't really hear me swear very much on here. I really don't. I think
Right.
it slips out or something. Ted,
I say something here and there, but I usually don't say that.
if me and you are on the phone talking, fine, it's me and you. But when I'm on my podcast,
Yeah, that's what I was looking. I was like, it's kind of unprofessional.
Yeah, it is, because that's why a lot of radio guys have podcasts now, so they can swear. Why would you? I get it. A lot of, like, Tom Bernard went over to podcasts.
It's not like you're sitting in a bar.
It's just, I get it. That's why a lot of guys, they can sit there and cuss. There was these three guys in New Jersey on Blog Talk years ago. And, they every 30 seconds, one of them would drop the F-bomb. It's like, there's East Coast guys, like, really? I didn't listen to him.
Yeah, that's normal for them.
All it was is F this. Another time we're on a cruise, right? We're heading back from, in a taxi with a kid who's like 16 or 17, and me and my wife and his dad and a lady, and he's dropping the F-bomb, and I looked over at him and I looked at his dad, and I go, since your dad's not going to tell you, you have women in here. Watch your mouth. And his dad looked at me, and I go, if you can't do it, I'll do it for you. And he turns to him and goes, yeah, you better. He kind of looked at me, and the kid shut up the whole rest of the way. I just stared at him. Like,
you see a lot of it anymore.
He's just dropping the F-bomb. And I'm like, I looked at the guy, I'm like, what are you doing? And the old man didn't say a word. And I finally looked at the kid, and I said, hey, you got women in this sphere. The kid looked at me, and I'm like, I don't care. It's like unbelievable. Like, when I was caddying at Oak Ridge Country Club, I never swore in front of the kids. When I smoked, I didn't smoke in front of the kids. I just didn't. I just never did, because that wasn't my job to do that behavior. I wasn't going to show me bad habits, But,
I've noticed that, and he's just been a little bit. And for me to say that, that's just like, I don't know.
Hey, speaking of beer, I noticed they're not going to brew Schlitz malt liquor anymore and they're gonna.
Yeah. That's why I threw it out in the live last night on the thing that they were. Which I mean,
I saw that. That's
I never cared for it anyway.
I've had it a couple times. You had two of those tall boys, and you were done. I mean, you had two of those slits, and those were like mainly African Americans love that. So that you had two of those beers, and you were done. I mean, it was a heavy beer, very heavy.
Well, it wasn't malt liquor, was it?
Yes, it was.
Was it?
It's just like Zima.
I never cared for malt liquor.
Zima was a malt liquor. And
King Cobra.
Yep, that's mainly African American, and I get it. But they're going to stop. I didn't realize they were going to stop doing that, but that's too bad. I mean, I hate to see beers go on the road. I mean, but he was
American company.
His second walk and talk where he's trying to be Mr. Nice Guy about being an RVer because someone triggered him on something. It's like he wants to be an RVer so bad. And listen, RVing's not that bad. It's the YouTubers on YouTube that make it look bad. There's a lot of people I know that go to RV parks with their wives. They have a good time. They summer here in Minnesota over by the Minnesota Zoo, and they go to Arizona and behave themselves. These YouTubers make it look harder than it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just drama. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he so badly wants to be an RVer. It's not even funny. You can just tell he does. He wants to be an RVer. It's just... I love to go fishing in Canada. My wife doesn't want to go fishing in Canada, so I have to go fish in my lake. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. His lives are just not like they were.
Yeah, well, it's when you're swearing and all you do is read the live stream. That's all you do. You're leading the chat room, whatever it tells you to talk about, and he giggles and cackles. That's all he does. He's voice activated by whatever he sees in the chat room. You know what I'm saying? He just reads it. I listened to the very beginning of it for like about 10 minutes. I'm like, okay, it was Tater. He bought some big fish, and he's all, where's he going to put it? I'm like, what's the big deal? And then I went through to the middle, and they were talking about Diana and her collecting things. I'm like, I don't need to listen to this. Bitching about this. She collects. Yeah, so what? She collects things. It's just, again, spending somebody else's money. If he wants to buy this big fish and put it in his bus, I just don't really care. Speaking of, my nephew was looking for a bus, right? So I found a diesel pusher like his for $4,000. He wants to buy one and ship it down to his. He bought some land, 10 acres down in Three Fork, Montana. So he wants to. I told him, so he wants to buy a bus light for $4,000. He wants to just either drive it or ship it down, then take the motor out and the transmission out and put it on the ground out there and make it like a man cave. He's already building a house he wants to put in the back so when people come they can stay in it. And I said, well, I sent it to him.
Oh, okay, it's going to be stationary.
Yeah, so he wants that. I said, you can have them strip it. They can take all the chairs out for you, and they can take the motor out and the transmission out, and then you can put it on a flatbed. And then have someone with a forklift take it off. And I said, I would have a cement thing to put it on. You know what I'm saying? Take the tires off of it when you do that. And then, whatever, just put it on.
That'd probably be pretty expensive to ship, wouldn't it?
Right. Him and his brother have some decent money, whatever. They have some, they bought some land out there in Montana, so it would be. But, if you're going to do something like that, he figured it out a little cheaper than building something. He already built a house already on there, so he was just talking about it. So I gave him the information. I don't know if he was going to do it or not, but it was just a pusher like Tater's. It was identical one to his. It was like 175,000 miles. It's been sitting for like 6 months, so he can either you can drive it down there because he has a Class B, or you can, and they can take the chairs out when you get it down there. Then you can do what you want with it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. It's
fine. You want because he's an electrician and his brother's knows to tinker. You can get it down there. I think it's in. I don't know if it was in Dakotas or somewhere. I can't remember what it was. I looked it up on the internet. They were selling buses, and I said you could drive it down there. I said that'd be fine. Just make sure the thing is ready to roll. Get you down there. So
right.
But
it might be cheaper to just try to drive it and get it back.
And have them take all the chairs out of there for you. That way that you don't get a deal with that behavior. Because when Tater bought his, they took all the chairs out for him. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they do. Yeah. That's what they do. They'll take all the lights off for you, and some will do that. They'll take the chairs that way they can use them. So there's ways to get it down there. I think, like you said, I don't know if people would do it. I just gave them the option. I said, this is what's out there. I give myself a couple links to a few pages. So I guess Morning said she's going to pivot. in Sarasota, Tim?
Yeah, I haven't. I'll have to go back and see what. I haven't paid attention to her channel in a while.
I just happened to see it come through, and
I figured she would be talking more about the NASCAR guy that died.
yeah, that's unfortunate. I heard he could kind of be a piece of work, but he was the kind of guy you would want to work for, because if you were an engine builder, he would tell you exactly if you'd good or bad or indifferent. I mean, he's the kind of guy that you're going to be motivated to do a good job for him, because he could be a piece of work. He was driven.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was that young.
He was driven. Him and his brother were very, very driven. So he was only 40-something. I hope it wasn't some medicine that he was taking to counteract something and affected him. Let's say he was taking some medicine for something that he was maybe, and it affected him differently. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? I mean, he might have, who knows? But that's too bad, man. It's like...
I just flipped open the computer a few minutes ago, and I think the first thing on there looks like Tulsi resigned.
I'm sorry, what?
Tulsi resigned.
Yeah,
Tulsi Gabbard.
Kelsey Gabbard. Oh yeah. She stepped aside. She stepped.
Or he pushed her aside.
Yeah, whatever. Well, it's the way she goes, man. If you don't do what he wants, do the hunch. That's the way it is, man.
He's getting at all the females.
Yeah, he doesn't like it, man. I get it, man. You got it. You know. And then the slush fund that's not going to come through for him, giving people that he pardoned. It's like, people are, they're dying on their feet, and I get it. You like the hunch, that's your business, not mine, but that's whatever. But
yeah, well, I mean, I'm just he's what are we? He's only got 2.5 left. I mean, he needs to, if he wants to turn this thing around, he needs to get this, get the war over with.
Get over with, man.
I'm not saying I wasn't against him going over there, because I was,
right.
But I mean, he needs to quit dragging his feet on this and go ahead and finish it, because we can finish it. I mean, we can finish it.
Absolutely. And I told a friend of mine when he did it, very beginning, I said, the straight's the biggest problem. He's a hunch supporter. I said, they're going to have a problem. Like the first day into it, I said, they're going to have a problem in the straight. He goes, what do you mean? I said, Iran runs that. I told him this. I said, you watch gas go up, and I see him every day, every once in a while. He goes, yeah, right. I said, yeah. I mean, the Saudis, I guarantee, are making money, because they're probably pumping oil fast and they can get it to get oil where it's got. So they're making money. The Saudis are pumping away. Kuwait is too. They're making money. You know that. People are making money on this war. The oil people are. They're making tons of money. Because they're Saudis are like pumping it out. That's what they're doing. They're trying to.
Well, I mean, this goes back to when Cheney was there. I mean, he's got a lot of friends in the defense sector. I mean, they're making a killing right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, you remember when they went to the war with Bush? What's his name? His VP made a ton of money.
That's what, Cheney.
Oh God, he made a ton of money in the war. You make money in the war. That's what you do.
He owned Halliburton.
Yeah, when the country makes money in war. I mean, because especially if you're in the making stuff, if you're making weapons and stuff, just like during World War II, all the auto business made war. They made these trucks. They all made the same truck. They could be easily fixed. The Germans would capture one. They realized how easy it was to we could make 5 compared to 1. There's some very good videos of how the manufacturing, how fast they were making planes and trucks to go overseas to the war, how quickly, and Hitler just could not believe it, how quickly they were making things, shipping stuff over. So you make money on war, man. You make tons of money. So.
Oh, there's just so many other aspects of what with Cheney, they were making porta potties. They were making every single thing that went, that went over. It didn't have to be just weapons. It was everything. It was forks and knives. It was everything was coming through Halliburton.
Yep, ton of money over there. No one really cared, and I still think that the weapons of mass destruction was a lie. We all know there was nothing over there. It was just a fear monger.
There probably wasn't. There probably wasn't nothing. Again, it was the start.
Hang on a second. Merge. Hello.
Hey, are you having your live?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here with Loose Cannon.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine.
You made it through the week?
Yeah, I made it.
Well, that's good to
I'm
see.
sure it's over. I'm glad.
Yeah, I was going to tell Jeff that you left me a message on my channel about me doing Jeff's Live.
Yeah, it's fun when we all get on here.
No, Thursday nights it varies, the young lady, if I go live. I mean, she wanted to go for a bike ride, get helmets, so I had to go get a helmet for my bike. So Thursday nights can vary, young lady. It varies. She wanted to go for a bike ride, so I said, fine. We went and got a helmet because she wanted me to get a helmet. I've been had one for 4 years, so we went down and we spent $220 on helmets. So
Wow.
we biked down there. So
So are you going to have a video of you guys going on a bike ride?
me and her, Mo, I don't know. She wants to. We didn't go last year at all. We didn't go any bike rides at all. So we went. So we took the bikes out. We kept them in the garage this time, set in the back. That way, if we want to go for a bike ride, we can just take them out and go. So
Yeah.
I did some bike rides.
So,
I did with the lawnmower. You cutting the grass.
Oh, you
yeah,
like?
man, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Cruise around. That engine can roll. That engine's fast. Yeah, man.
So what have I missed? What have you guys been talking about?
For what I was told by Karl when we went live, I guess Old Man Nation's wife died, and I said I really don't care. Told Karl on the phone. He goes, I didn't know,
Yeah.
and I just looked.
Yeah, I heard something about that on MzVicky's, and I didn't know what she was talking about. I mean, she wasn't being specific about Mark. Something happened, but she didn't say what.
But I guess she.
And then,
I just told Karl.
and then I saw somebody mention about someone left a comment about his wife died, and I went over to his channel, and he made a video about his wife.
He's
got a video out?
Yeah, I guess. I didn't see it. I really don't care. I'm sorry. He'd be a heartless little bastard. I really don't care. After you label me and BlindViews pedophile, I don't like that. I just don't like that behavior. I'm not a big fan of BlindViews, but you don't label a guy you don't know that. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. It's not cool. So whatever. It's unfortunate, man. I wrote a song before I opened up the podcast. I don't care. Why should I care? So I really don't care. It's unfortunate, but, it is what it is. Karl kind of hesitated when I told him on the phone, because he told me on the phone. I didn't know. So, young lady, what'd you think of your uncle and his walk and talks? What'd you think?
Which one? The one you were talking about, Mikey and raging?
Yeah, that one was pretty funny. Then the other one, he tried to be Mr. Nice Guy about the RVers. I mean, it's so apparent the man wants to be an RVer. It's so apparent. And like I told Sean, I said, listen, RVing can be very fun. People on YouTube make it look like it's hard. You know what I'm saying? And they make it look like you're homeless and that life sucks. It's not that tough to be an RVer. Make sure you have the money to do it and you're ready to do it. You just don't go do it because you think it's fun. So he was trying to be Mr. Nice Guy after that ragey one on Mike. I'm like, the Mike one, I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, well, okay, the last one he just did, I didn't pay much attention to that, I don't remember finish watching it. But the one on Mikey, that was, to me, that was quite disturbing.
Yeah, it's
his anger was coming out, and the pitch in his voice, like you say, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, I know.
You don't know these people.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what you're taking personal.
Yeah, why would you be so angry at this loser? He's a bum.
Yep, he's pissed because
and he doesn't have as much as you have. So why are you getting so damn angry about him?
Because he's pissed because Mikey's getting money. It'd be like me being mad at Wonderhuss because she gets money, right? Or Carpetbagger, and that's her. I've always said if you're a liberal person or you're a bleeding heart or you're a do-gooder, YouTube is the ideal place to come on and give money to, because there's a lot of people on here that are always aw shucks like he is. He's a great Gomer Pyle. He's a great feel sorry for me, and he's just pissed because he gets money and he gets the wish list stuff. He's pissed. He's mad because he gets money. Well, I don't care if he gets money. I've seen one video of Mike. He's a loser. You know, why you would watch that idiot sit there and beg for stuff, and he's doom strolling, which I see those videos come through on TikTok. I go right by him. I don't even care.
Well, I think part of his anger is, you know, that Mike does get money from people.
Yeah.
Or they buy him stuff and that.
That's
you know?
That's what they're going to do.
I remember, I don't know how long it's been, maybe over a year, but, you know, he was commenting about Sarasota Tim. Remember when he was doing Sarasota Tim, and Tim was advertising, you know, buy me a coffee, and his Amazon links and stuff like that, and he said, well, hell, they're going to do it, I'm going to do it too. So that's what he started doing. You know?
A lot. I mean, that's a lot of them. You know, I mean, I understand. They're like, if people are going to do it and give to them, I mean, why not try? Why not try it?
Yeah, never hurts to ask.
Yours, you know, but you know, like your channel, Squirrel. I mean, you stayed up front. Keep your money. I don't want the shit.
Yeah. Well, it's like Wonderhouse. He talked Wandering Gypsy into that. She said, well, you used to be a bartender. She talked her into having links to give her money. She talked her into it. You know what I'm saying? Where Daily Woo stopped doing it about 2 years ago. He got rid of that because guess what happens? Then they own you, just like you talked about, sweetheart, where BlindViews doesn't do anything for his membership, which makes no sense why I'd pay for any membership on this video platform. Why you'd pay for it?
Well, he didn't. You know, when I started watching him, he wasn't really doing that. He wasn't asking for. He had the links and stuff, but then as time progressed, and he came out and he said it. He said, you know, if everybody else was going to do it, I'm going to jump in right in there and I'm going to do it too. And then I just didn't agree with the ads. I mean, come on. I mean, if you want to ask for money or something like that, then just come out and ask for it. But I mean, it kind of holds it over your head when he says,
I agree.
I'm going to put ads if you don't pay me.
Correct. That's stupid. Hey, I have ads on here. Whatever I made last year, I mean, I made $1,200 over from Spreaker more. Here, I think I made both channels $200. So what? You know, I mean, the ads are there. They push it out. We don't care. You know, it's people ask for money. You don't see no links in my stuff. Never, ever.
You don't have any links on there.
No, I don't do it. I'm not going to sit there and ask for money. Just when you start getting money from your people, they're going to expect things. You know, it's the way it is, man. You start, then they, hey, where's it?
And that's the only reason I did the membership, because he would do something, you know, at least once a month, you know, he would have a members thing, but he doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah, he's just. Why you would give his membership to a guy who's if I'm giving a membership, I'm going to give you a weekly video, like Past Two Productions does, like weekly ones. I think for everybody, he did one in Carpetbagger. You know, they'll do a weekly 30-minute. But one thing about BlindViews, he'll do a membership, but then he releases it 3 hours later. What's the difference? You know, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
So, it just makes no sense.
Well, he's
Hang on. We got Karl. Hang on. Merge. Hang on. You're going to merge with Karl here. Hang on a second. All right, Karl, you're with Sean and with Squirrelbait.
Hey, Squirrelbait and Sean.
Hey, Karl.
Hey, Karl.
Hey.
You made it through the week, hero.
Yep. Another week posted in my hot tub.
You didn't hit anything, did you?
Huh?
You didn't hit anything, did you?
No.
Okay. So
6 miles.
I see Morning said she's going to pivot from Sarasota Tim like you tried to do. What do you think? Do you think she's just going to go back her behavior again? And that's her new thing, and she's going to pivot?
No, she'll talk about him. But there's nothing to talk about right now. He's boring. You don't get no money, you can't do nothing.
You talking about MzVicky?
Yeah.
She said she's going to pivot. She did a pivot video, and then she put.
I think I know what's going on with her. Okay, she's a Christian woman, all right.
Yep.
And she knows talking about people in such a way, is not Christian-like.
Not a very
So
Christian to be doing.
it's weighing on her mind, and I know it.
So it's not a very Christian thing to be doing, right? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Huh?
It's not a very Christian thing to be doing? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yes, and she knows that. She even said that she's a Christian and that, and
Allegedly.
so it weighs on her mind that she feels what she was doing was not right.
Well,
in talking about people.
well, then delete all her Sarasota Tim videos and talk about NASCAR makeup.
Well, and then she can't watch Ray.
Yeah, she can't watch it. Exactly. She can't watch you. She can't watch the dimwit. She can't wait Dingling. She can't watch any people like you did, Karl. You cheated for 2 weeks. So she can't watch anybody.
Well, I mean, I actually like watching them. It's like I watched Yellowstone.
I cry for you. I cry for you.
She said something that she saw something online that bothered her. Now I don't know who she was referring to, but it made up her mind.
I see a lot of stuff online that bothers me.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. So, but I understand where she's coming from, and I know she's had these feelings before.
She'll still talk. She'll watch New York Daniel. She'll see titles. Something will trigger her, and she'll do like a BlindViews does when he claims he doesn't watch Sarah Tim. When some drama, Karl will talk about it. Daniel will talk about it. The Dimwit will talk about it. Ding. All these people that hate watch will do their, remember when he was sitting at a gas station, was privilege, right? Remember that was a big thing. And then we talked to those 2 young girls at the Walmart. Whatever he does is a trigger. Just like when he, for some reason, when he was at the beach last week, people had to live stream that camera while he was at the beach. But that made no sense to me. Why you're live streaming a camera at a beach? Karl, what was that all about anyway? What was that? What was the big deal of him at a beach with the camera being streamed? What was that all about?
Oh, he's just sandbagging these ladies. He didn't ask them, "Hey, can you be in my video?" and then show them. He just walked up and started talking to them, telling them they were in his video.
Well, then they can tell him to go bark at the moon.
Yeah.
They're grown, aren't they? They're grown, right? They're grown, right?
Yeah, and one lady told him that her husband was just over there, and the other lady said, "No, I don't want to be part of it."
That's the way it is with Sarasota Tim, the used car salesman of YouTube. He's going to do what he's going to do. Just like when people were about when T-Bucket was with him at some bar, and they pulled a camera surveillance off of it to show it on the video. I'm like, why? It was the most bizarre thing in the world. Remember that, you guys? When I'm like, who is going looking through camera footage? I hate it at work when someone comes to warehouse and takes something. I have to pull up our security system and go through the system to find something. I hate doing that. And to do it the other day, they were missing some $10,000 thing, and I looked for it, and I finally found who it was. It's like, okay, this who took it, and so brought something in.
Well, to be fair, if you're good at doing them,
I know how to do it. It just took
timestamps and stuff.
I understand.
You can do it quicker.
It took me 10 minutes. It was 10 minutes of my time. I could do something else. I just had to cruise.
Yeah, I wouldn't spend 10 minutes doing it.
I wouldn't do it for Sarasota Tim, but I get paid to do it. I mean, I do it when Rugburn will tell me one of the security things that he's doing. There was one about 4 years ago. Somebody killed themselves at a college, and I had to look to see when he jumped off the building. The guy jumped to his death, and I had to find it on the camera. To find it it took me all night to look through, and finally see him jump to his death. That wasn't very fun.
Yeah.
But I get paid to do that. But that's something I needed for the school to prove that he wasn't pushed off. He jumped off, and then clip it and send it to the lawyer, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm not looking for Sarasota Tim with T-Bucket outside a bar. I'm sorry. I got better things to do. That's my whole point. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Well, and you're not watching Tim on a live beach cam, sitting out on the beach.
Like I said, 84 people were watching that live. I watched it for 30 seconds. I felt dirty when I got done watching it. There was 84 people that weren't committing a crime. So that was the best thing about it. They were sitting in front of their TV watching a beach. I cry for them. So whatever. I just, I don't know, whatever. But she's not going to pivot. No one cares about her makeup, and no one cares about her NASCAR. So no one cares. Karl, what'd you think of BlindViews and his walk and talks? Did you listen to him?
I kind of watched one, and he's, I don't know, he's trying to compare RV living with sticks and bricks living, and I'm like, dude, there's lots of different ways to live sticks and bricks. There's lots of different ways to RV.
I agree. That's what I just said.
And he's just trying to, put everybody in a round hole, put everybody in a square peg.
Right.
I mean, some people don't have any money and they're having a miserable time. Some people are having fun. It's the person on the journey. It's not the journey.
I agree. But he wants to
Well,
be.
he does say that it's a different type of living, which is true. It is. It's different.
Yeah.
No, I agree. No, I agree. But it's just this, like he wants to be an RVer so bad, like me and you, Karl, told many, many times. He wants to be an RVer. It's just he's stuck in this dark, house in Pennsylvania, and he's unhappy. Did you watch?
He chooses the decor. Okay.
He what?
He chooses that decor.
Right.
Like living in a dungeon in Dracula's mansion or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of vampire. It's so dark. I could not. I would be depressed all the time.
He's probably one of those people that love Halloween.
I mean, when are you going to grow out of that?
Well, he's a wannabe rocker. He looks just like Paul's. He looked like Ace Frehley. Now he looks like Robert Plant. So he's got all his prison rocker tattoos all over his body. So.
Squirrel, did you see him at the end of the video when he was walking? When he sat down on the bench.
What did he do?
He looked bad. I mean, he looked like he was struggling to get. His color was bad, and he was really gasping for air. It was. I wish he wouldn't have put the camera on him because he didn't. I know he's out of shape, but I mean, he didn't look good at all with his color.
Yeah, those walk and talks are pretty funny because it's not his thing. It's just like when he's in Florida. When he's in Florida, that was not his thing. Walk around Florida in the ocean trying to act like Mr. Nice Guy. I made fun of that when he was doing that. I would do the Florida blog. I'd talk about it. It was pretty funny because the walk and talks are just, to me, are epic. He's walking around and he's blind. He can't see a thing, but he can walk down the street like no one's business.
Yeah, I was telling him I was surprised he didn't burst into flames.
Yeah,
being outside in the sun.
It's just hilarious. Let's do a walk and talk together.
Yeah. Okay. Sean, are you talking about the very last clip of his last video he did, the walk and talk, and he sat down on a bench?
Yeah, I think it was the one where the first one was about Mikey. He walked a pretty good distance around the neighborhood, and then at the end, he had to sit down, and his mouth is open. He's trying to get air. It didn't, from a medical standpoint, it didn't look good. I mean, I know he's out of shape. I mean, I'm not saying I'm in perfect shape either, but his color's not good.
If I walked around my neighborhood like that on my camera, people are like, what the hell are you doing? If I did that in my neighborhood, they're like, what? That's why you see me in the woods when I do my walk and talks. I'm not walking around in public. I walk through the woods, or I sit on my deck.
It might be, he may have just been, stuck inside all winter or something.
So it was kind of funny. I'm like, oh, we get a walk and talk from the fake blind guy. Good. Did you? Squirrel, did you watch his live stream last night? Did you happen to catch it, or did you think anything about it or not?
Yeah, the only reason why I was there was I wanted to see Loose Cannon.
Yeah, that was the only reason I jumped on it. He was at the very first 5 minutes. He was ranting a little bit, and then he calmed down, and then he was all right after that. But yeah, it's not got. It just doesn't have the same vibe it used to have.
Well, I didn't go to his last 2 live streams.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Well, they're just the same thing, because the only thing he knows about is Tater and then Mikey, and that's all he knows. And whoever says something in the chat room, that's how he responds. That's his live stream's all about. It's going to be about Tater buying stuff, and the old guy buying land. Who that one guy he talked about always buys stuff. He gets all pissed off that he buys stuff and sells it. Rusty, it's like, yeah, so what? Like you say, Karl, he's living his life. That's what he wants to do. I don't know what the big deal is. He buys and sells stuff, I guess.
Karl, control your dog. I can't hear anything.
Come here, dude. Come here.
Gosh.
Karl forgets he's on a podcast sometimes. He forgets.
No, usually she gets bored. And we'll give it up.
Karl forgets.
She's the stubborn one. Come here, dude.
That's why my door's closed. I'm in here.
I got it. Yeah, when I get up there, I've got to go. I touched Cowpote's dog.
Yeah. You touched both dogs and Bosco the Costco kitty. You sat in the deck.
Yeah.
I'm doing a KC Grits breakfast grill up on Memorial Day. It's going to be the KC Grits Memorial Day breakfast.
Yeah.
You going to the fair tomorrow?
Yes, the Minnesota State Fair pre-eating. It started yesterday and today and this weekend. You pay, I don't know, what, $8 or something to go, and they have all the food. You can just walk around, sample all the food. They have food trucks there and everything else. So that's always fun.
Yeah, you ate some pretty wild food last year.
Yeah, I know. They have all kinds of fun stuff there. So it's a
Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
Sean, I'm trying to find that video of BlindViews where you said he sat down on a bench, and I recall seeing that, but I can't find the video now.
I don't know what it was titled, but it was the first walking video.
the one on Mikey.
It's right at the end. He's not talking. He's just sitting there, but he's laboring hard.
Yeah, he was all worked up.
There's one from a day ago.
Yeah, he was all worked up on Mikey. He was all worked up on Mikey. He was all worked up on him.
Yeah, it was a combination of him, his blood pressure, and then walking around like that.
I'm like, why?
Okay, because I remember seeing it, right? I remember seeing him sitting down on a bench and that, and from the background, it looks like he was in Florida.
Oh, here it is. It's from a day ago. I'm looking at him on the bench.
Which one was it? Was it the Mikey one, or was it the other one?
Walk and Talk is a full-time RV, Truly Freedom, and Rusty Property.
Yeah, because that was a longer one.
From a day ago.
That was the longer one than when Mikey. That's why he was so tired. It was a longer one. Okay, it was a longer one.
Yeah, he's in a neighborhood.
Yeah, he walked around his neighborhood. That was the longer one, Loose Cannon.
I don't know if this is his neighborhood. His neighborhood's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
to make fun of his neighborhood, but...
Okay, what I'm getting at was, when I saw him sitting on the bench, it looked like those houses that were in Florida. Okay? And he was wearing the same shirt. That's what I just wanted to say.
No.
That it looked like
maybe he
was in
did.
Florida.
I don't know. Maybe he cut a piece out of that one.
Who knows?
Yeah.
He edited it.
Who knows?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to go through the video right now. Okay, here I see it now.
Yeah,
I made a comment
it is.
in the.
It's in Florida because I recall that white gazebo in the background.
Yeah.
That's in Florida.
I wonder why he did that.
I don't know.
that's pretty.
But yeah, he just was just sitting there,
Unless it was an
not
older,
saying anything.
maybe it was an older video from Florida, the old days. I don't know. Who knows? And if he found it, put it up. Who knows?
Yeah, it was from last year. He put that in, but he's wearing the same T-shirt. Okay.
Well, yeah, like Carson, maybe it was that might not be his neighborhood. Maybe that was for Florida.
No, the trees look like Pennsylvania.
Okay.
They don't look like trees in Florida.
Yeah, he's over around in his neighborhood at the beginning, and then he just put that other clip in.
Okay.
But look, he's walking in the middle of the street. He's walking just fine. He's staring at the camera and talking.
Yeah, I know.
He can see just fine.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He's walking down the street just like no one's
If
business.
you're blind, why would you walk in the middle of the street? You get hit by a car.
I agree. I agree. She complains that I use a handicap porta potty, but her hero, the king of hate, he walks down the street and claims he's a fake blind guy. You know, and you know he does handicap parking. You know he does. You know he does.
Yeah.
My favorite when he got kicked out of the
He's
mall.
trying to get blind sympathy
Yeah.
for visual impairment.
Right. I still like it when he got kicked out of the mall. He got kicked out. He had his cane. Remember that? That was hilarious. He got kicked.
Yeah, I didn't actually know it, but I remember Casey Gritz talked about it.
Yeah. Yeah, he was at the mall. He got kicked out with his cane. So he's walking. He walks around. He goes to Public Trust. He goes to Costco. They park in the handicap cripple, and he walks around there with his mouth agape, walking around there with his cane. You know. Oh, let this cripple guy go ahead of us here, honey. Take your bag up front here. Go up here. Oh, you're BlindViews. Can I have your autograph? Can I have a picture? I would ask him, open your mouth agape. I'd say, open your mouth agape, and I'd put a grape in his mouth. You know, that's what I'd want. I'd want a picture of me and him, have him put a grape in his mouth. That's what I would do. Demand.
Yeah, he's got a two monitor setup, and he's probably got the text of the comments in large type.
Right. Yeah, I know those live stream. I listened a little bit to that one that yesterday for the first 10, and all he did was piss and moan, and then I went a little farther, and then someone was bitching about what's her name was collecting stuff. You know, then it was like, yeah, so what? So
Can you put them outside so they're not barking?
good old Karl. They're barking. They're getting angry.
No, well, not. Can you put them outside? Because now that you're home, I can't stop them from barking. I can't stop them from barking if you're home. So just put them out back.
Why do you want them to stop?
I'm on the phone.
Oh my God!
On a worldwide podcast live.
Oh, Karl.
You know I'm gonna take care about that.
Squirrelbait, what are you doing this weekend for Memorial Day?
I'm saluting the flag.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm going to go to State Fair, then I'm going to make her favorite meal on Sunday. I take a steak and I soak it in 57 and ketchup, and we for a whole day, and then we get a baked potato. We slice it up nice and thin, and we put meat seasoning on it, and we put it in the oven, and then we put tomatoes on there and bacon bits, and then put cheese over it, put it back in the oven. So,
Hey, if they're selling fried butter, you got to try it.
oh God, they have all kinds of stuff there. Ever since I've lost weight, I've been taking that Lugovia stuff. I don't have an appetite like I used to. Like, we're going to Chinese tonight. We'll probably split a chicken chow mein. So,
Well, what's
Yeah,
John
yeah.
doing?
What?
Sean probably won't do too much at all, except stay home.
Hang out. You'll be able to eat the food I sent you?
Yeah, so I'm waiting on Jeff's package.
Package.
Yeah, well, you know what I shipped you, Carl. You know, that stuff, so.
Because he's got balls the size of Texas.
Yeah.
His package.
You'll like it. I know Karl liked it. You liked it, didn't you, Karl? I sent it to you?
Yeah, it was awesome. Are you sending him the popcorn and stuff?
Triple treat. And,
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff.
yeah. Well, I used to be Jamie C. was a very good friend of mine, Blog Talk, and his dad would send me an email once in a while and say he'd send me some money, and I'd send him and his son for years. And I was on a cruise one day about 12 years ago, and I had a small bag of the Earls, right? And I'm sitting at the pool, and this lady walks over, and she goes, "You from Minnesota?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Those Earls?" And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "May I have some? I moved to Arkansas." So I told her to send me an email. I'd ship her some, but she never did. But I told her, I'll ship you some. You give me some money, I'll send them to you. But she had a few Earls. We used to take them on vacation. We drove down the Oregon coast. I took 3 of those big bags and I ate it all the way on the coast. The steering was all orange. They charged $100 to clean the car because it was just full of Earls and stuff. But I love those Earls. We'd go on vacation. We'd take them with us. Sean, have you ever had Hers chips before? Hers?
Spell it?
Hers chips. Hers.
No, I hadn't heard of it.
They're in the Carolinas. Hers chips. They're in Pennsylvania. We were in the Carolinas. They have them at the store called Hers. H-E-R-I. Hers chips.
I don't recall it.
Okay, they're really good. We have them at Menards. He has a lot of stuff that you don't have anywhere else. But yeah, Hers.
Yeah, we don't have Bernards either.
Yeah, but Hers. I'm surprised that Hers is out of Pennsylvania. They're East Coast. You can buy them online, but we actually have them here in the barbecue ones. So I'm shocked you wouldn't see them in the stores. Hers chips.
Menards has some homemade food.
But anyways, yeah, I don't know. Memorial Day weekend, you guys, you know.
I think they're made by the Amish. So everything's real and has a quick explanation.
They're good stuff, man.
Real stuff.
Oh, I don't know. What are we going to do with all this drama, huh? What are we going to do, right?
If they have fun, they do.
Good old Karl. So, Squirrel Bay Pear, do you have any videos you're working on, young lady?
No, I'm taking a break.
Really? Okay.
I mean, I've got some ideas. One about Tater and one about Sarasota Tim, but I'm not sure which one I want to do first. Because, if I wait too long, then they're not relevant anymore.
Correct.
They're just getting too old.
Correct.
And,
I understand.
I kind of like, I don't do as many parodies like I used to, because it just takes too long to do them.
Right.
And I like doing other things. I don't want to spend all my free time just making parodies.
Yeah, they take time. I get it. They take time. Just like when I did those 4 videos that that no one cared about, Walk to the Woods. It does take time to get there, walk down there, smoke some cigars, and walk back. It does take time.
Yeah.
I am going to do a video tomorrow, a porta potty podcast about MzVicky Turkey Neck that she's pivoting against Sarasota Tim, which we all know it's a bull-faced lie. So
I gotta get a porta potty from my green screen.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I still watch that one daily, Squirrel, the porta potty one.
Yeah.
I've
They're all 3 in the porta potty smoking. That's great.
Yep.
I got an old video of you, Jeff, Karl, and Old Man Nation that I was doing, and it was like It was like that SNL video where you got the three guys and they're in the club and they're dancing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
To that song "What Is Love" and that.
Yep.
And I started making a video like that, and then you and Old Man Nation had a falling out, and then I thought, well, I can't do that anymore.
Right. That still would have
I
been
mean,
fun.
I'd like to.
You got a lot of
If I knew
content you
what-
could probably do with Dan.
Yeah, New York Daniel.
No, Dan's not part of the club. Now, I was thinking about maybe I could put Sean in, Loose Cannon,
Yeah, throw
or
me in there.
Casey Britt, but I don't know what either
whatever.
one looks like.
Jeff's got he could send you that. All it is my face.
Right.
Okay,
You
what
can do whatever
does
you want
Sean
with
look like? What does Sean look like, Jeff?
He's got black hair. You have curly hair, don't you? Black hair.
I don't have any hair.
Okay.
Okay.
Sarasota Scott or St. Louis Scott.
We had
And I
yes.
used,
Okay.
yeah, because I mean that picture's got a bandana on it or
Oh,
something.
okay.
from-
I couldn't really
from that
tell.
picture. But yeah, you can put me in any of them.
Okay.
And we still don't know what Casey Grits looks like.
No. We don't know. Casey Grits. Oh, a legendary figure in the trolling business. New York Dan has made a few comments on my videos. He made a comment on my last. He's made a few comments on my videos. He's coming over and making some comments.
Yeah, I will say that. I mean, he will if you make a comment, he usually responds back to you.
Yeah.
Did you see he hurt his finger?
What do you hurt his finger on?
The
Looking
safety
on his-
glass.
Trailer tires.
Oh, this is a new one. No, I hadn't seen that. I saw where he cut his finger on the fireplace.
His videos are far too long, and he talks far too slow. If he does a 25 or 20 minute, I may listen to it, but I'm not listening to a 50-minute Yaman and your friend Dan, and this is your friend Dan, sub, whatever. This will like it. I don't need you to tell me to like it. I don't need you to, I don't need someone to tell me to like it. I'll do it automatically if you deserve it. So.
Yeah, he's trying to explain how he has 20,000 subs, but nobody watches his videos.
Yeah, it's like if he is buying subs, they'll come out to haunt him. They will delete his channel if he does that. If he's doing that, they will delete his channel. So I just
that's me and Squirrel we're saying that's the best part is reading his comments.
yeah. It's the Polish funnies when you read his stuff. Because Casey Grits will make comments in there, and I'll make a comment to Casey Grits, and he'll make a response to me. So Casey Grits always says something funny, and then I'll respond to Casey Grits. So, and people always when I respond, people always go, "This is Forrest." They'll respond back to me, "This is Forrest." Because he made a comment on the lawnmower one, run for it, and he said, "Run Forrest, run." He made a comment. New York Dan did. He made a comment on there. So, I'm like, okay.
He, in his private video, he said he's buying two stocks. I'd like to know what 2 stocks he's buying.
Yeah, okay. He just
Pay
listed.
$25.
Yeah, he
But
said
it's, you got to pay $25.
Yeah, okay. You plan, God laughs. Karl, what are you doing this weekend, Memorial Weekend?
Selling my old car.
What?
Selling my old car.
Oh, you're selling the old car?
Yeah,
How's the new van going?
going good.
I saw those at the auto show. I sat in one. I like those. Those were kind of cool.
Yeah, it's nice. It was really weird that it worked out the way it did.
Because I heard they weren't going to make them anymore. That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Not for America.
That's what I thought.
For the next 2 years, they're going to make them and just sell them in Europe. They're not going to.
I mean, they're kind of cool. I mean, it's something different. I've seen a few of them on the streets. So,
They wanted people to pay $80,000 for them, but people just wouldn't pay.
are you kidding me? Not a chance.
Yeah, so.
Have you
bringing back,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to ask Karl if he's driven his Volkswagen yet.
Yeah, I have.
How do you like it?
It's nice.
Oh,
It's cool.
That's one doing there.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Can't wait to go camping in it.
As long as you don't smash it up, that's all we're asking.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah,
Mr. Santa Claus.
don't crash and burn.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you're
That's what we got
SOL.
parts for it.
Is it hybrid or is it all electric?
It's 100% electric.
So you
I
just charging
like
it
hybrid.
off in the driveway?
Yes.
How many miles can you go on in one charge?
250. Supposedly on a road trip. You could drive.
They're bringing back Scouts. Have you seen that where they're bringing the Scouts back yet?
Oh, they are, really?
Yeah, but Volkswagen bought them out. But they're building them here in South Carolina. But they're electric, but they look really, really good. They look like the old ones.
I listened to a very good video on the company that built those, the Scouts. It was like, like a 30-minute video.
International?
Yeah, it was a very good video. I've seen a lot of these videos of the car business, that how even the lawnmower businesses, the rise and fall of Lawn Boy, and whatever these people that that Scout didn't, how they rise and fall. That's good to see Scouts come back. That's good. They made some good stuff.
Yeah, they did.
Good for them. Well, like we talked before,
Yes, it looks really good.
before they came on, the Schlitz malt liquor is no longer going to be made anymore. And I was disappointed. I heard that. I'm like, damn it. That was some good party. That was some good fighting beer, man. You drink it. I mean, that probably wouldn't approved by BlindViews. That probably would be approved by BlindViews. Remember, you can't drink anything but what he tells you to. So you can't have that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Who would think he'd be a beer snob?
I don't care. I mean, you want to give me if Olympia beer was still around or Stroh's, I don't care. I'm not a big drinker in the first place, but I don't. I mean, when I go on a cruise, I drink Carib beer. It's a basic beer. It's $2 a bottle. It's not a big deal. It's a basic beer. I don't care. If I came down and saw you, Sean, you hand me a local beer, and I'm not a big drinker, I drink it. I don't care. I've never been a beer snob. Give me something cold. Give me a blonde beer. I'm fine.
Yeah, if I was fishing
Yeah, I
with
don't
friends and they open the food, I drink whatever in it.
I mean, Grain Belt beer here in town is a local beer. It used to be Minneapolis, now it's brewed down in New Ulm. It's a basic blonde beer. It's a very inexpensive local beer, and it's a good beer. I get it. You got to drink the certain beer
Then
that.
I will be drinking water then.
Yeah, the king of hate, the king. Mr. Robert Plant. You can only drink the beer he wants you to drink. You can't drink anything what he wants you to drink, and if you're an RV, you have to do it his way, so whatever.
And he doesn't even drink anymore.
I know. So what's the big deal? I don't, like I said, some 40 years ago, I said I'm not going to get drunk anymore, and I don't. I have a beer once in a while. I have no desire to get drunk. I don't. One beer is enough. One too many. I go to Vegas, and maybe I'll drink. Whenever in Vegas, somebody blacks, I ask for milk. They look at me like I'm crazy. I want milk. And like, what do you mean? I go, I need a skim milk. Big, long, deep breath. And I said, I'll give you $1 if you go get it from the bar. Like a big thing when I ask for milk at a blackjack table. It's a big thing. It's like, I'm sorry, I don't drink beer. I like a milk.
You still working on the Elijah Craig, Carl?
The what?
Yeah. What's the Elijah Craig?
It's very good, but I'm just not a big drinker.
Yeah, I'm not.
So it's taken a while. But it was a very good recommendation, because when I do drink it, it's smooth, it's
Hey,
nice. It's
ladies and
nice.
gentlemen, I'm getting the high sign from Sue Ellen. We're gonna go, and we gotta go to Chinese. We gotta go to Costco, and
She's shaking the dog collar.
Yep, I gotta get shaved tonight before I go to shave myself. Get my every 2 week shave, so I look good at the airport and get ready tomorrow to go eat some food. So we'll talk to you.
Hey, did you have a podcast Thursday?
No, I didn't. I usually sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, sweetheart. I know you were all mad with the phone call, but I did varies on Thursdays. Like I said, she wanted to go for a bike ride on Thursday. I promised to get her a helmet 2 years ago, so she helped me do it with a gunpoint. We biked down and spent $220 on 2 helmets. So I vary on Thursday nights. If I was going to do it, I was going to do a bear exposure UFO podcast, but you don't know how to deal with a character. So if I did do it, you would have been on the bear exposure UFO podcast. So I don't know if you would have been able to handle that, but some people.
Yeah, well, I know that you would do the podcast right before BlindViews is live.
And if I did do it, I would do a live stream, which no one cares about on YouTube. Occasionally on Thursdays. So this summer, I want to get out more often, go fishing. So Thursday nights will be hit or miss. I appreciate the effort, but it depends what's going on this summer. I want to get out and go fishing. I want to go bike riding because Sue Ellen's got a pistol to my head for the whole summer. She wants to go bike riding, so I don't feel like sleeping on the couch.
Yeah.
So, anyways, you anything you want to say, Karl? Karl, no. Squirrel bait. Anything you want to say on the way out the door?
Yeah, everyone have a safe Memorial weekend, and don't eat too much, and don't drink too much, and don't drink and drive, and just be happy, and you know the deal.
Yep. Sean, anything you want to say?
No, just thanks for jumping on, Squirrel. Thanks for having us here.
Not a problem, you guys. I appreciate you coming on. You guys all behave yourself. We'll talk to you all later, okay?
All right.
Have a good weekend.
Thanks, guys. See you later. There we go. Down the road, all three of them. Boom, bungle the lights. Yeah, we got to get going here. Well, you guys have coming on. I've been on for $1.25. Anyways, I do appreciate the men in the armed forces. This weekend, like I said, it is for the military and the armed forces, but also for people have passed on. Okay? Mother, father, sister, brother, whoever, even a pet, whatever. We appreciate all the wars you fought for us. 1 and 2, Forgotten Vietnam, 58,000 plus. Desert Storm, many men and women blue, like Cop, Call, Crackhead. Appreciate very, very much. God bless the class. Like I said, the Air Force, Army, the Marines, the Navy, the Merchants, Coast Guard, in and out of uniform. We appreciate it very, very much through this country. Balls the size of old trees. Appreciate all of you guys out there. I don't know, did I say it? Air Force, Army, the Marines, the Navy, Merchants, Coast Guard, uniform. I can't remember if I said it. If I did say it, I want to make sure I said it again. I'm going to talk very fast. And you have your choices in life. I wouldn't shower in the shower at Penn State. Don't shower in the shower at Penn State. Okay? Very, very simple. Don't go like Cow, Crackhead. Don't put a condom if AIDS, herpes, got any of the peanuts. Women, you carry the groceries. Marry before you carry, right? And don't drink and drive, as she said. Call some person with the phone, you guys. You like 2 men having sex? Fine. You can't watch 2 women. Not a very Christian thing to be doing. We appreciate everybody out there in the outskirts. So anyways, I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. Yahoo! Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a great Memorial Day weekend. And if you're wrong, maybe Monday or Tuesday. Probably Tuesday. We'll see what happens. Anyways, you guys, from the outskirts, we are